Hello, Daryl here. The channel is Programming in Any Language. The supporting website is programminginanylanguage.com or black-duck.com. They both take you to the same place, and it's a place where you'll find the videos and PDFs of the code. The video is the Anything Database, version 4, part 7, deleting a record. Deleting a record is really the first half of editing without the ability to make changes. Essentially, you navigate to the record you want to delete. Once the record is displayed, you click delete, and the record is removed from the list. That's it. And we don't deal with the class at all. Deleting is so quick, for the user, we should probably help them prevent any unwanted deletes. It's probably a good idea to ask them if they are sure and allow them to cancel the operation if they don't want to. We'll add that piece as well. Let's take a look. At this point, we're able to add a record and edit a record. Of course, we can load and save the file, which makes it a lot easier when we're working with testing. Now we're going to try and delete a record. If we have 10 records out there, we want to get rid of one of them, we should be able to simply get rid of it, and then we can resave the file, and there'll be one less record in our file. We can go from there. So this is the Anything Database version 4, part 7, deleting a record. Deleting is relatively straightforward. We simply go there, find the particular record we want to delete, and get rid of it, and just redisplay our record count. It's going to change. What does that look like? If we blow this up a little bit, or get a close-up of it, delete, remove record, display record count. So let's take a look and see how this actually works. All we're going to be really doing here is working with the number of records, and we're going to use the delete button, and well, of course, there'll be a user message out here saying that record 2, record whatever, record deleted is probably what it's going to say when we actually get done using this thing. So that's all it takes to do that. So let's go ahead and do this thing. Deleting is hiding behind our cancel button. So we're going to put something in the back and have our delete button show up here. And that's what it is. All we need to do is pop into it to get our code that's going to be there. There's our delete button. What we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be deleting a record. So we're going to look at this and say, okay, first of all, we got to figure out if we are actually on a record. Do we have anything out there? Because if we happen to hit the delete button when nothing's there, if that's possible, we want to be able to contain that. So basically, we're going to say if int record pointer is greater than or equal to 0, we want to do something. Else, we want to say no record visible to delete. So that gets us out of there quick and dirty. We're done. However, if we do have a record out there, we want to be able to get rid of it. So we're going to be cautious of this and allow the user to make some decisions when he actually does this particular thing. So we're going to set up a message box. That message box is going to look like this. The string message, are you sure you want to delete the current record? And it'll be a yes or no dialog box in there. Then we're going to set up message box string dialog, message box yes or no, message box icon. We're going to set that as none there. So we're going to give them the possibility to do this. This means they're going to either say yes or no to this kind of thing, which requires another if statement. We're going to say if results from dialog equals yes, we want to do something, else we want to say that the user canceled the delete operation. So up here is where we're actually going to be doing our deleting. And this is where our code goes. And it's not a lot of code. Let's put that in. In this case, we're looking at the record pointer. Anything remove that record pointer, we're going to remove the record that's there at the record we're actually pointing at, because we do have a record pointer set. Once we've done that, we want to decrease our record count by 1, much like when we do navigation, we go backwards, except we're using the counter rather than a pointer. We're going to say label user message.text is equal to record is successfully deleted. Int record pointer is equal to a -1 because we're going to get out of here, so we're not pointing at any particular thing. And then we're going to display our record count and clear our text boxes. And that's all we need to do. Does this work? Let's find out. We'll save it all. Start. Now this is the beauty where load and save take place, because I can load this file, delete something, and get rid of it. As long as I don't save it again, I can go back and get it again. So let's go ahead and load our file. We've got our records in here. We've got 4 records in there. We got Daffy Duck, we got Elmer Fudd, we got Bugs Bunny, and we got Yosemite Sam. Go forward. Let's get rid of Elmer Fudd. We're always picking on him. We'll delete him. Are you sure you want to delete the current record? Yes. Bang. It's gone. Notice it put me at the very, very beginning there, so I'm not seeing anything. I go right by top. There's Daffy Duck. Forward through this thing. Bugs Bunny. Yosemite Sam, and I'm done. I'm at the last record. Go down bottom. This is it. Bottom file, record 2. So we only got 3 records in there. So Elmer Fudd has been successfully deleted. If I save it now, that will wipe out the file that's sitting on a disk, and I'll never see Yosemite Sam again. However, if I say, oh my God, I screwed up here, I want to bring this thing back, I can literally get out. Actually, I can do the load right here, because remember, we clear our file before we actually do our load. So our load, and bang, it comes back. Oh, we got 7 records. We didn't do this correctly. Or did we? Let's find out. Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, Elmer Fudd, Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam. It is screwed up. Let's get rid of it. Let's get out, and let's go ahead and start it over again. And let's go do our load. Here's our 4 records. They're all sitting there. So what's happening is when I do a load, it's not clearing my file. I want to do that next, but notice I have to do a clear here anyway. So what I really want to do is basically wait, and during my clear section, I can add that to my load and make that all happen. That's what I'll do. When I do my clear, I'll update my load button so it always clears the file before we actually bring something in there. So, in any event, that's delete in a nutshell. Delete was easy enough. Our next one, clearing the file, should be pretty easy as well. Thanks for watching. Visit the website when you get a chance. And please subscribe to the channel. There's more stuff coming every week. We'll see you next video. Take care.